whereas inexperienced individuals are typically unable to do so. Non-parents without experience with babies equals 54.3%. Non-parents with moderate experience with babies equals 57.3%. Parents of current parents of young babies can identify a baby's pain cries even if they have never heard this baby before. Learn to speak, and thus it can have a variety of meanings. Professor Mathavon and his colleagues are involved in researching how information is encoded in babies' cries and how human listeners extract this information. Their new study, published today in Current Biology, shows how prior caregiving experience with babies shapes our ability to identify when they are in pain. Babies were recorded crying while experiencing mild discomfort as they were bathed at home, and while in pain as they received a vaccination from a pediatrician. 8 discomfort cries from one particular infant were then played over a 2-day training period to individuals with different experiences of babies. This included non-parents with no childcare experience at all, non-professional experience like babysitting, and extensive professional experience. Parents with children aged 5 or above or with babies less than 2 years old were also involved in the study. After the training period. Thank you very much for visiting my channel. If not difficult, like and subscribe to my channel to always be aware of events. The participants were asked to group pain and discomfort wails from the baby crying in their training and unfamiliar babies. The results revealed that parenting experience influenced the participants' ability to decode the baby's cries. People with little to no experience couldn't tell the difference between cries any better than chance, while those with a small amount of experience performed better. Current parents and professionals did better than chance, while parents of older children and non-parents with professional experience didn't do well with unfamiliar cries. But the parents of younger babies were the clear winners, as they were able to identify the crying contexts of babies even when they'd never heard the cries of that youngster before. Study co-author Camille Fauchon said, "Professional pediatric caregivers are less successful at extending this ability to unknown babies. This was surprising at first. But it is consistent with the idea that experienced listeners may develop a resistance that decreases their sensitivity to acoustic cues of pain." The results show that the acoustic structures of babies' cries are encoded with important information that reveals the reason for their distress. Adults do appear to be attuned to that information, but a human's ability to decode whether a cry stems from pain or discomfort gets better with exposure. The researchers are conducting neuroimaging studies to further explore how experience and parenthood shape brain activity when babies cry. Bonobos are our closest relatives in the animal kingdom. The sound of a baby crying is enough to fill any new parent with dread. But if you're struggling to decipher your baby's cries, sharing about 98.7% of our DNA, and it seems they have picked up a few human-like characteristics along the way. A new study has revealed that the apes produce high-pitched, baby-like cries when they are attacked, in order to attract comfort from others. These displays of distress are strategic, increasing their chances of receiving consolation from bonobo bystanders, scientists claim. They resemble those typically used by infants, such as pouting, whimpering and showing tantrums. The study by psychologists at Durham University reveals that adult bonobos are also less likely to be re-attacked by their former opponent when they display these baby-like signals following a conflict. Read more here. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe to my channel to stay up to date. Peace for everyone. Panic not. A new study has confirmed that this is not an innate ability, and must be learned with time. Researchers from the University of Saint-Étienne played recordings of babies crying for different reasons to participants from a range of childcare backgrounds. It was found that those with experience caring for babies were better at telling the difference between cries. The team hopes this knowledge will help parents learn how to recognize pain and respond to it even better. Professor Nicolas Mathavon, a professor of bioacoustics, said, "We found that the ability to detect pain in cries, that is, to identify a pain cry from a mere discomfort cry, is modulated by experience of caring for babies. Children over 5 equals 65.5%, pediatric care professionals equals 71.1%, parents of children under 2 equals 71.2%. Crying is the only means of communication a newborn human has before they